Now, what does recommissioning actually means? It means we are not asking this country to build something new. The furnaces, rail, bird, switchyards are already here. The men and women who know how to run the plant are also here. In Trinidad and Tobago, in the constituency of Couva, North, South, and I know the Minister of Finance wants me to say, and in Faisabad, yes, Minister. The people went home in 2016, and a great many of them never left the district. Every serious industrial economy would rather restart a plant and build a new one. Restarting is faster and cheaper, and it puts local hands back on machinery they already know. Then there is what lies beyond the steel, vanadium. And this was explained by the CEO, so I wouldn't go into that again. But should this project advance, and God's willing, the Deputy Secretary is on the ground to ensure that this advances, the assessment is that Trinidad and Tobago could supply up to estimated 50% of the United States demand for that metal. Imagine a country of 1.4 million people becoming a material part of the supply chain of the largest economy on earth, not as a supplicant, but as a supplier. That is a different kind of relationship and a different conversation at every table we sit at afterward. So let me be very plain about what I want. Well, I'm the ventriloquist, what the Prime Minister wants. In 2016, this gate closed on 644 workers. I'm not interested in the press release today about this plan. I'm interested in the gate opening. And it's a sustainable reopening. Which brings me to our landlord. Next month, Flipdeco turns 60. Looking at that corporation today, it continues to make significant progress, led by Mr. Ram Narayan Prasad. Yesterday I asked him, I said, I'm sure you thought this chairman job was ceremonial, but it is slog. You know, it's very hard work. So here's the vision plainly. For 60 years, Flipdeco has been the landlord of molecules. Its next 60 will be a landlord of metals and intelligence. And there are other important initiatives because this plant does not stand alone. It stands at the front of the program, but the Honorable Prime Minister will speak to this program later today. A great deal has been written lately about jobs of the future. I have read it, and young people, not economists, have asked me about it directly. The reality is that a commissioned plant needs millwright technicians, electricians, riggers, welders, crane operators, laboratory and quality staff, safety officers, and logistics and port workers. A data center needs almost exactly the same. So these are jobs that the district already knows how to do. But a facility that lands here, employs foreigners, with all due respect, exports its product, and connects to nothing is not development. It is a rented shed with a good view. So two things this country must insist upon, and I put them on the record this morning. First, the training pipeline, not in a ministry, not in a policy document. A facility delivered by internationally recognized specialized IT universities, which live with live equipment provided by the operators in the classroom. Qualifications targeting the credentials these industries actually require, including fiber and copper installation, safety certification, and industrial maintenance, and a paid internship written into the operator's conditions, not left to goodwill. That is the whole project. That is the only reason it will be worth doing. I know how announcements are received in this country, and I know why. So I'm not going to ask you to trust me. I'm going to ask you to check me. I have said before, I'm not a show horse, I'm a workhorse.